Hello folks, so the Outpost in Starbound, just a bunch of shops and an old biddy in a wheelchair? Well, yes, but there is actually a lot more to it than meets the eye, and there's plenty of secrets and things you may not have noticed as you play the game. So this video is kind of like mainly aimed at beginners really, but old hands might learn something new too. Okay, I'm not going to go into how the Outpost works and everything, you really should be knowing that yourself. But it's worth pointing out to absolute beginners that Frog Furnishing does sell kind of weird furniture. It's currently selling loads of retro furniture. But if you come back tomorrow in the real world, he'll be selling something different. And he cycles through quite a few different ones. So you just have to play the game on different days and you'll get new stuff. That's all we'll say on that sort of thing, because let's try and move on to something a bit more exciting. Let's go and find what lies beneath. There's a secret room down in the bowels of the asteroid, and that we're going to go and explore now. Okay, there's a couple of ways you can achieve this. The easiest way is using the spiked spear that you unlock at the tech station at the outpost. And this will just allow you to go around like this and go on the underside, and everything will be fine. I'm currently in admin mode so you can't see, but if you're not, this will deplete a small amount of your energy, but then never deplete any more, so you can just keep on going like this for a long time. The light has been provided by a Xenon pack that I've got in my backpack. Obviously it's not essential, but for the sake of this video, well, you won't be able to see anything otherwise. Now this is all very well, and you can keep on doing this, but you can also do it by grappling hook. So this is going to require a bit of dexterous manoeuvring. Hop! There. Now this is the basic grappling hook that's available in the game, and you can do a bit of Indiana Jones, Lara Croft, or whatever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not going to make this. Hang on, let's use another jump. Hop! There we go. Phew! Hello! Don't fall off the edge. I'm hiding here for a good reason. Yes. Fine. And you get yourself an insidious mask. This is the only place in the game you'll be able to get this. My goodness, we're twins! Hooray! The other way of getting here is using a mod and getting like the Explorer Pod mod, which unfortunately there isn't actually enough space to do. Oh no! Damn it! Well, that's gone forever until I repair it and get a new one or something. Okay, that's repaired that. Now, once we've actually got our shuttlecraft on the go, nice and fixed up, have you ever wondered what happens if you try to go beyond the limits of the outpost? It's not that exciting, but let's have a look anyway. I'm just going to go up, up, up. There's no other way of doing this in Starbound unless you've got a mod. And eventually you will actually hit the ceiling of the game. So there's nothing really up there. There's no ceiling, like an actual physical ceiling. It's exactly the same as what happens if you try to go off the top of any planet. You just come to like a hard limit. Oh god damn it! It's a bit weird the way it does it as well. I mean, it doesn't you don't go clank and hit the top. You still maintain your velocity, which is all very peculiar. So what happens if you actually go off the far left? If it's so long as it doesn't actually lag. Well, it's the same. The outpost is the same as a very small planet, so it just basically loops around. So if we keep on going along here, we'll eventually hit the outside of the arc, and it will take a bit of time. Oh. Donk. There we go. And there's the outside of the arc, which you never normally get to see. If you do go down below the asteroid, you will eventually be able to loop back to the secret room. So if you ever wondered about the geography of the arc, it's got a ceiling here, and so let's just go round the front. And oh. And just go down here. Oh dear. And this is like the Terraria dungeon. And here we go to the actual arc itself. If you fall off the bottom of the world, by the way, surprise, surprise, you die. Next, let's take a look at the Mazebound 64 arcade machine. Now, there's always been this arcade machine in Starbound, but at some point they made it so you actually have to complete a mission to actually be able to unlock it. Like at the moment, for this version of Spoiler Ape, who has not completed the game or got very far at all, the arcade machine is not playable. So I will actually have to go into the parallel universe, so bear with me. Right, here we go with a completely different character. He has a slightly different cape and everything. And this is over in the Unstable branch where I've actually completed a lot more missions. So yes, I've completed the Great Sovereign Temple, and once you've done that, the machine actually unlocks and you get yourself this old-fashioned game. And there is a reason for doing this, even though it seems like there might not be, is that you get an achievement at the end of it. So it is worth doing if you want to get all those. So let's just go around here. I know where I'm going, you'll be pleased to know, so I'm actually going to do this hopefully first time. Just go to the cursor, because that's annoying. And go around here. All the stats you see around this, they don't mean anything, so just feel free to ignore them. Go around here, turn right, ignore the right and turn there, but then just hug the wall round to the right here. And that should be it. This will guide you all the way down to the exit when it eventually... Where is it? I think it's a bit further. And we've done it! Congratulations, you've escaped the dungeon. Achievement unlocked, you're amazing. You probably won't see that in the capture because I'm using it in the wrong mode. But I have actually got myself a winning ticket. And that winning ticket used to be, I think the way you actually used to complete Starbound back in early beta. But now it's just a pretty thing that you can probably stick up your arse or something, I don't know. So a few words on shops. Some of these only open once you've actually done certain missions. Like I think this one is the one that appears after the Grand Pagoda Library, and there's all sorts of weapons and stuff like that. And so we'll go on to a bit more of those interesting stuff in a bit, but let me just quickly show you something that you may not know about the sign writing thing. And this is all very straightforward. But if you've bothered to use this before, it's not that great, but it allows you to do custom signs. There's one thing that you might not know, is that you can actually paste several of them together to form one great big picture. It's not that obvious how to do it, but... well, it actually is quite obvious, but you may not have tried it, so I'm going to show you. So let's actually start by doing that. Print. Then we'll move on to see that. Trust me, this will be great. I'm going to have to do, I think, 9 of these, or maybe 12. Okay, I've taken all my printouts and I've got a bunch of signs. Now we go back to the ship and start assembling some art. Oh, it's a really small ship, this one. I have to take something off. Okay, so if I've got this right, you should be able to just paste them together. And you see, they do actually join up. All along here. Get rid of you. Don't want you. And just keep on going. And it'll make the biggest sign you ever did see. Yes. Cross there. Cross there. And my masterpiece is complete. Yes. Ugh. Okay, back at the outpost again. Ursa Minor is something that appears really early on once you've completed the Ursa mission. It just basically sells you ore, which is all a bit boring. However, what you might not know is that the more you get through the game, the more ores it actually sells. This doesn't seem to be a great selection. I think there is. I think this character has completed some of the missions, but not all of them. Now, if you actually play a different character, let's actually do that. Let's play a different character. This is the version of Mrs. Goggins, who has. Oh no, not the Ark, the other one. Stop, so there it is. This is the version of Mrs. Goggins that has completed the full game. So, in theory, this character should... Yes, this is the one. This character should actually see a lot more stuff at Ursa Minor. Now, the interesting thing is, if you do swap characters, if one character has unlocked Ursa Minor, that means other characters will also be able to use it. However, they'll still will only be able to buy the stuff equivalent of their level through the game. So as you can see, Mrs. Goggins has gone all the way up to Diamond Drill. This is the last thing you unlock after you get the glitch artifact. So that's worth knowing. So, moving on. Now, we saw this very briefly earlier with my other character. But yes, once you've completed the Grand Pagoda Library mission, as well as Biggie's reputable weaponry, you also get treasured trophies, which is a fun little place, but it actually does... Oh, it seems to be really fast for some reason. It does actually reward some investigation. And because, well, penguin costume. I don't think it always sells us. I think some of the things aren't always sold. And then we've got a penguin suit, legs, chest, mask, and all sorts of things. Unfortunately, it doesn't dress you up as a really tiny penguin. You do actually have to become a gigantic one. Dapper hat? No, I think that was one I was already wearing. I mean, look at that. God damn it. Alright. But also, most interestingly, if you've got the right stuff, I'm on the admin mode, so I can get all this stuff cheaply, or in fact for free. If you're in admin mode, you can just do whatever the hell you want. You can actually get, by getting the left translation wheel and the right translation wheel, you can actually get the ancient alphabet, which is very interesting indeed, because it actually allows you to read some of the runes that you occasionally... Oh, here we go. Occasionally see in the game. Yeah, it just basically gives you that, which is a little bit prickish to actually do anything with. Okay, so if you do want to know, the left translation wheel can be found hidden in a secret room in the Ursa mission. The right one is hidden in the Minignog mission, the Apex one, which is quite a late one. Beyond the scope of this video to actually show you that, I'm afraid. But let's actually do something with that translation-y thing. Let's actually go to an ancient vault. Now, this is something that you will only be able to do once you've completed the game. This guy over here sells you vault keys. I don't have any Violium at the moment though, but with the power of admin I'll be able to bypass that. So if you didn't already know, with this guy, and once you've completed the game and come back to the outpost, there's a trivial quest. You just have to find him with an exclamation mark above him, and once you've done that, you will be able to get vault keys expensively. Oh god, he's gone. Yeah, he does that. Got myself a vault key. Got myself 2 vault keys. Now he actually wants venom samples instead. So now we just have to go to elsewhere. We have to go and find an ancient gate. Okay, I don't actually need to fly anywhere because we're already actually out at the ancient gate from a previous video. But it's the one that looks like that. Why is there a dumpster in here? Anyway, just beam down to one of these. And then you can go into the ancient gate. There we go. Oh, it's a bloody fire one. Marvellous. Enter the vault. Now, the reason why I'm coming here is not to show you the ancient vaults. I've done videos on these before. It's because, look, there are these sorts of messages. I was hoping that when you actually got the bloody... where is it? It's not on that one. When you actually got this, it might actually do things, the translation automatically for you. But no, you have to do it yourself. So, you have to just stare at it, I guess. Well, let's work this out. That's a T. The first one's a T. Then we've got a kind of cactus. That's an... it's an H. Okay, this could take some time. Hang on. Right. Almost there. Well, sort of. The Infinite Sanctuary. What little, I'm guessing. There's a funny curly bracket. What little L walking stick, which is the I. I think it's going to be an F. What little life, and that's under the W, is it? Yes, it's a W, and then there's an E. What little life we something. Ah, right. So that's not niked, isn't a word. But now, yeah, transpose it. So the Infinite Sanctuary, what little lives we could, no, what little life we could, are destined to not remain, as is the great kind one. So I think it's pretty clear that this is just part of a greater parchment that you'd have to piece all together. That would take hours. So you can do that. That can be your homework. Phew, I think I got away with that. Okay, we'll finish by just having a play around with the Zephyr Spark gun. I think I used this on one of my previous videos about Starbound weapons, so I've had this all along. But you can buy this at Treasured Trophies. Let's just have a bit of a look in this crowded environment. This will give him a bit of a scare. It's like confetti. I'm getting all married to all of them. Yes. Anyway, okay, we'll stop here. So, yep, thanks for watching. Do check out my other Starbound series. I've done ones on where I built an asteroid base. I did one where I've just finished where I built a safari park over the course of 10 episodes. And I've done lots of videos on modding Starbound. And also your fracking universe and all that sort of stuff. That was a good one, so do check that out if you get a chance. Yep, also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and do please check out my Patreon if you want to help support us cover all the best indie games and support us in the future for more Starbound and all that. And see you next time. Bye bye.